down. If I fuck things up, just tell me now. We're living in a blinded town, am I running out of time? Feel like control when I'm talking to you. Slow trip, trying to play it cool. Nothing to do, let's drive to the ocean. Get high, lay on the beach. White water running down my feet. Make love and repeat, I don't ever want to stay all night to see the sunrise. It's way too soon to be calling me baby, but it feels so right against the moonlight. Deep sea diving at first, don't save me. Is there something I can say? Make you wanna stay with me? Is there something I can say to make you wanna stay with me? To make you wanna stay with me? Is there something I can do to show my love for you?
What's going on, YouTube? I'll be right back. Give me just 1 second. Listen, fellas, you want to get your face wash, your skincare routine intact? I use Tiege Henley. It's a daily face wash with an AM, PM moisturizers with instructions in the box that's very clear on how to get it together. I know this is not something common that us men do, but it's very important that we take care of our skin. On top of that, the ladies love it. Get yourself a box of Tiege Henley. It comes in the mail, ships within a week. If you click the link in my description, you would get 40% off your first order and 20% off a lifetime. On top of that, sign up to the app and you'll get even more deals. Me, I got a special. I got the grooming kit. I was able to get my nail clippers and everything that I needed to get myself together to go outside. Tiege Henley is the way when I tell you the perfect men's skincare routine. Get yourself a box of Tiege Henley.
Let me read my brother's super cap because I really appreciate it. Shout out to Grown Men Talking. Already became the sponsor of tonight's show with a total of $20. Thank you for helping us keep the lights on. Grown Men Talking. Shout out to GMT. Thank you, bro.
No captivity.
GMT say, my guy, no cap. It was a blessing having you on the show Sunday. Had some great feedback. Blessings. Thank you, bro, man. Hey,
No captivity.
just in case some of y'all don't know, I was on Grown Man Talking show last Sunday, and I had a blast, man. Shout out to Grown Men Talking, and shout out to his entire panel, all the ladies and all the gentlemen. I had a great show. I had a great time on his show. A lot of different opinions, very opinionated panel. Thank you for even giving me that warm embrace, GMT. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed to Grown Men Talking's channel yet, make sure y'all go subscribe to Grown Men Talking. It's an excellent brother, excellent channel.
GMT and Mingo.
Hey!
Hey, he should come on the panel. Like, he should definitely come on the
Come on
panel.
up here, sir. Come on up here. By the way, is this a love offering or is this
No,
indentured servitude?
That's my dog. Those are for minutes.
All love.
Those are definitely for minutes.
Blessings.
No, go influence him. He can
No,
make
that's my partner. I got his vote by proxy. Ask him. You want me to call him?
What up, Grown Man Talking? Appreciate you. Let me see. Grown Man Talking. That's another show I watch. Y'all check out my man Grown Man Talking right there. If y'all can see that. That's the name of his channel. Very good channel. I watch it every day. That's I got the idea from about having a panel with more than one person on here. I saw him one day doing it. He can have women, interesting topics, what have you. So I appreciate you, Grown Man Talking.
What's going on? What is going on, YouTube? We are back today with another blessed Sunday open conversation for you guys. As y'all can see, we got some new hitters on the panel, and I'm excited. I'm excited about this. Everyone, do me a favor and unmute your mics. Unmute your mics for your boy real quick. Kiba is back. What's up, Kiba?
Hey.
We are excited to have Kiba in the building. What it do?
I'm excited to be here.
Oh,
Like she on a mission. I don't know, y'all.
all right, Kiba. So tell us what you got going on real quick. I know you, we were talking the last time and you mentioned the Facebook. What else you got in the pipeline for us?
Yep. So I have a little talk a little chat. It's sort of like he said, she said. So it's more like I'm looking more for like that women who want to hear how guys really think, that barbershop talk. We think we know, but we don't know type thing. So that's going to be October the 12th. We're going to do it live. Going to have a few of the panelists on here. It's going to be governed by men. So I'm ready for it. I'm really excited about that. And it's going to be, we're going to stream it, YouTube and Facebook. So I'm really excited about it. Everybody tune in.
Everybody tap in. Man, I cannot wait for that one. Plus, how do you want me to address you? We got two other new panelists down there, but I'm speaking to the ladies specifically. Ladies first, watch. Ladies first. So please introduce yourself to the panel, to the chat. Let everyone know about what you got going on.
Hey, happy to be here. Happy for the invite. Thanks, Kiva. So I'm just here to, see what you got going on, listen, learn, and go from there.
Okay. That's what's up. You got to get active with us though. So you gonna pounce on the fellas if they say something crazy, I hope.
Hey.
Not her.
That's why I put you next to I'm So Chill. I did that for a reason.
So here go the hammer.
You know what I'm saying?
2 show minimum. Run.
So he said 2 show minimum. Yo, you stupid. Yo, Watch, what's up, my brother? How you doing, man? Blessings to have you on the panel. Greetings to you. Tell us about yourself and what you do and what you got going on.
What's going on? So I'm in the New York, New Jersey area. I'm a music video director, a film director with a focus on music videos and photographer. I do that full time.
And I saw some of his work on IG. He got some good work, y'all. So please go over there and take a look at the Watch screen. See what he got going on.
Watch the screen. That's my brand, our company around the film stuff. And I've shot with Benny the Butcher, Dave East. Got some stuff with Fabulous coming out. So just really trying to make a strides in the game. I've been doing it for like 3 years full time. So
that's what's up, man. Shout outs to you with that. That's a blessing. Big ups for that, man. Yo, I look forward to seeing everybody that's new here on the show more often. I hope you guys have a good time today. Kit, you up there, but I see you still working on some things. So I'm gonna let Jess Justified tell us what she got going on. What's up, Jess?
What's up? So I have a live coming up on Wednesday at 8. I'll try and put that announcement out after the show today.
All right.
So it should be interesting.
Not should be. It will be interesting because I know Jess got some fire over there. So make sure y'all go and subscribe to Mind Your Mind with Just Justified. That's what's up. Kid, you ready?
Kid, where you at, kid?
Where you at, kid?
Make sure you wash your hands. All right. Wash your hands when you come
man.
back. Thanks. Taking all damn day.
Well, until Kit is ready, I want to give some special shout outs to everybody that's early in there. Please do me a favor. I see currently I have 18 folks watching the channel. Everyone that's currently watching, do me a favor and hit the like button. Hit the like button. Likes are free. Also, I want to give shout outs to everyone that is commenting and early in this chat. My guy Blockchain, what it do? He said GMT, what up, broski? The GOAT. Thank you, my brother. And on top of that, he just gifted 20 more memberships. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. This is a blessing because anytime somebody gives memberships and it retains month after month after month, people stay subscribed to you. So what it does is it helps the channel grow and it lets people know like, yo, we are doing big things over here. We are growing. I plan on doing subscriber only content, meaning that doing content for members. So as I start doing more reactions, those of you that's members will have exclusive access to that only. And I got some more things in the pipeline too as our dating show starts to get scripted out. So I'm looking forward to that. Blockchain, thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate you for that, man. As always, you the man, bro. So, and also we got Afro Latino in the building. What's good? Shout outs to you. Shout outs to you.
Afro boy, that's my dog. Hey, y'all watch out for Afro.
For real, right? So we are currently on the road to 50,000 subscribers. So I would love for everyone that is currently watching the show, do me a favor and share it. Share. Tell people not only just to come in here, but to also subscribe. Subscribing helps. I need my 50K by the end of this year. So I'm so looking forward to that. Please do me a favor, y'all. Get the content out there. Shout out to On Their Next. Thank you, my brother. You here again. I see you too, brother. I see you too. And World Class is in the building. What's good, my guy? And also my beautiful wife, Beyond MUA. What's up, hon? We are going to make this happen. So let's get this show started. Oh, there go, Kit. Looking all Afrocentric. What's good?
Damn, girl. You just came from the motherland?
You are muted. You are muted, Kit.
I gotta fix I'm fixing my angle. It's been a week, so just some good grounding.
We'll bear with you. I'm gonna start the show though. All right, y'all ready to get this first topic off the charts?
Please, let's do it.
Let's do it.
You can sit at the boardroom table and still lead the meeting and be feminine. One thing that I want you to learn from me is that in a world that's hard, always remember, stay soft.
Boom. Ladies, this question is for y'all. Is it a possibility for a woman to work corporate, be the head of a corporation, and still maintain her femininity? I would love to hear from the ladies. So let's start with Kit. Since Kit didn't get a chance to speak yet, I'm starting with you. You look mad motherlandish today, but what's good?
I was okay with being quiet, just getting energy. But I believe it depends on the field that you're in. You can still be feminine, but you still have to be able to lead, and whereas some men are able to hear a woman when she's just being just, I don't want to say meek, but just more feminine, or just more demure, as the new word is. I think it really depends again on the industry and what's taken seriously and what's not. in the IT industry, I don't see where you don't have to have a level of I run things and do it in a way where the men understand, because it's a very male centric industry. Sometimes women can be seen as the help versus the leaders. So
what if you are the leader and you are the head of that corporation? Is it a possibility to come on? Because what I'm confused with is what you're saying is it depends on the industry. Why?
Because okay, so some industries, if they're more male centric, if I run the company, then I'm going to run it in a way that suits the company. If that determines me being more feminine and oh well here and all these other things, and yeah, but if it requires me to, stand on what I said 10 toes down and get somebody to move, then you have to be able to do that as well. You can lead without I don't know, but this femininity, all this other stuff is just kind of extra to me these days. It's just kind of like you lead in a way that is going to be to the growth of the company. That shouldn't be a male or female thing. That should be the company needs leadership lead, and those that are supposed to be doing the work follow. Why is that? That's why I said just let me be quiet.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you be quiet for a second. But what's your thoughts on the topic?
Yeah, so I feel probably a little different. I'm always gonna have my femininity no matter where I go. So I mean, I just feel I've been a manager, did it for many years, but no matter what, I still carried that with me. But I told people what to do. I was able to sit at those meetings, and you knew who I was no matter what. You knew who I was. I had my shoulder pads on. It didn't matter. So I believe that no matter what your position is, you could be the housekeeper or you be the president. I'm still carrying that with me. So yeah, no matter what, for me, I'm still going to carry it around.
Okay.
It's different now. These women, we kicking in doors now. It ain't the same.
Oh boy.
Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Don't you do that.
Oh, 1 second, chill. 1 second, chill. Oh man. Misty, what's your thoughts on the topic?
So I believe that, in working in a male dominant career field, if you're consistent with how things are supposed to be run, whether it's male or female, if you're consistent as a female, they're going to listen. But if you come into a male dominant career field and you're, pretty much sketchy, you don't know, because basically you're working off of knowledge. The femininity, actually, it's either you going to show that you're strong or you're weak in that career field as far as your knowledge is concerned. So I don't think that it will, make too much of a difference. But if you come in there as, okay, I know I'm pretty, I know I got it going on, but I don't know shit, it's not going to flow. They're gonna stomp you. But you can be pretty, you can come in there, you can wear your heels, you dress, whatever. But that knowledge is what's going to carry you. If you go in there like and you do know, they're going to respect it. You'll have that few that won't, but majority of the time, it's the knowledge that's going to carry you in a male dominant career field.
I'm with you when you're right. I'm with you when you're right. That's justified. What's your thoughts on the topic?
So I actually like what Kiva was talking about, as in to say, no matter where you go, you still have to bring your femininity. That shouldn't be left at the door. But I mean, I do want to also look at the reality of things, as in to say, like, the constructs in society, a lot of things that are masculine are more looked at as good things, and sometimes the feminine things are looked at as bad things when it comes into the workspace. And so we have to be real with that. So let's say if you have a man that is in the workplace and he's assertive, a woman will probably be called bossy. You know what I mean? And that's like a reality that we kind of have to look at. So, it's just constructs that people kind of go by in society right now anyway. But, you know, who you are is who you are.
Right.
I just want to say one thing. I just want to make it clear. I wasn't saying that you don't bring your femininity with you, but you have to be respected in your field in order for people to listen to you and follow you. So as long as that's not a hindrance, right? Because you should bring it everywhere, but just because you bring that, are you being respected in the way that they're listening to you, and your leadership is law and it's being followed. So I just want to I'm clear on that, because it just felt like it was like apparently I just thought that you just don't be feminine. Like that's not the case. So.
I agree with Kit. I don't think it, you know, as a person, do you really turn it on and off when you go into a workplace, or, you know, do you turn it off because you put on a uniform? And I've worn many uniforms. So you don't naturally turn it off. You see it every day now in the military. These girls and ladies are feminine in a uniform, carrying a weapon, carrying a rifle. You see it in the police department, you know, things like that. So I don't think you just turn it off because of the career field you're in. As I think it's still there. And I'm going back to, you know, the knowledge. You know, if you know what you're doing, you confident in what you're doing, then you're going to be respected. But if you come in like, you know, trying to be that, you know, boss lady, but don't know anything, you know, it's not going to go very far.
Okay.
So please fix your face. It's been a long week. I don't have the energy today.
Oh man,
I'm just texting.
He said I say that. So Watch, I'm interested in. I'm interested in hearing from my boy Watch. No, his face didn't freeze. Watch, what's your thoughts on the topic, my guy?
So I was just looking up. So
looking it up.
No, I was looking up some stats and stuff like that, just about female CEOs and stuff. So I guess 10% of the Fortune 500 of CEOs is female. So that was interesting. But I think that a lot of what we were talking about, Jesse talking about like constructs and stuff like that. I think a lot of it is biological. So I don't think there's really a place for like femininity in a lot of those high, stress jobs, you know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, before, women were inducted in these workplaces, there wasn't really a female presence, and they were kind of, working smoothly, so to speak. And then, like female presence, was granted because of, their ability to work and things of that nature, and things sort of changed, and workplaces have changed in how they operate. So I think that the presence isn't necessarily it's not necessarily needed. So having to turn it on and off, it's kind of like unnatural, so to speak. It's not a natural thing to have to turn it on or off in those settings. It's kind of visceral. Like people who are successful CEOs and things of that nature are kind of visceral with their reactions and how they operate. And it's not a on and off type of thing. It's kind of like it's their life, it's how they like live and breathe, and those are how most successful businesses flourish, Yeah.
So I agree that it's not a turning off and on thing as well. But my thing is that construct is a real thing. There have been moments where an assertive, a woman who is considered assertive may be considered bossy to somebody else. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes it is like that view of just because women looked at in a leadership position sometimes come across certain ways to people, even though she may be acting just like how some of the men act in that workspace, because that's what the job calls for, not because she's a woman, he's a man.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying in terms of wanting to acclimate, to the environment, but still, it's still not really natural, and it's kind of forced on the women's side, because you hear from a lot of women when they go to all male spaces, like, oh, they, they're not treated fairly, or they're treated like one of the guys, and that's kind of looked at as like abuse, whereas though you're just being treated equally to how the men are treated. If that makes sense. Yeah.
I get that. You know, I work in corporate, so I see it all the time, right? But I've had women leaders, and I'm not gonna lie. In some instances, you can see a woman leader, she'll still hold on to her femininity, right? But in some cases, they feel like they need to overcompensate, and they're almost similar to how you are with a male boss. And you're like, yo, they get less respect when you have that type of demeanor towards men. It is what it is in the workplace. Chill, what's your thoughts on the topic?
Oh boy. So yeah, you can call them. There's no turning it on or turning it off. I'm sorry. It's damn near impossible for you to be feminine and be in the workplace, because guess what? In order for you to be competitive in the workforce, especially if you're a CEO, you got to know how to throw them bows with your competitors, which are men. So you're gonna have to learn how to be sneaky, grimy, and goddamn calculated. So let's just say, I'm not saying that when you go out here in the dating world, you all butch and walking around stomping with your manager uniform on.
You are though, yeah.
But within a relationship, these same traits are going to come out when that man isn't meeting your standards. I understand that. And there ain't no turn it off or turn it on. That's just what it is. That's how it boils down to. We can sit up there and just like keep talking about it all day, but baby, that's how the cookie crumbles. If you got, if you can tell me anything you want to tell me, but it just don't work that way. I land my plane.
CEOs, they'll get like calls in the middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? Like business, like that shit doesn't turn off. Like even just as a small business owner, it can be like 24/7. So if you're a CEO of a Fortune 500 company or something like that shit is not turning on and off. Like you're.
So you're saying like femininity is like turning off beauty. That basically no, you can't turn it on and off. You're just gonna, just like if you take a basketball as a woman and you go out there on the basketball court. I mean, hell, you're gonna see females saying, "Oh, I don't want to break my nails," but they balling. So you can't. You ideally, yeah, you're right. You can't.
Yeah, that's a really good example actually. Like femininity, like say like in women's sports or women's basketball, like the femininity aspect of it is, if anything, a hindrance to the actual game in the way it's played. And I'll just say only because like they limit them on like how they can dunk and certain things of that nature. Like the same way in like a setting like business or like working a heavily industrial job, like the feminine aspect isn't really a benefit, I could argue, in a lot of these areas, but
you still don't turn it off. You adapt to it. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like you still have, okay, I got to go out there and I got to play basketball, but I know if I'm wearing long braids to my behind, I'm just going to have to turn it up. I'm going to have to put it in a bun or something like that. Or if you have a construction worker out there that's a female, it's not like they're turning off their femininity. They're adapting to that situation or that environment that they're in for the moment, but they still may come out there with makeup on, with their wedding ring, jewelry and all that stuff. So you just adapt.
Yeah,
so you don't turn it off.
It's not that they're turning it off, but they're adapting more masculine traits, so to speak.
I'm gonna say this. I think both of y'all kind of miss what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they're turning off their femininity or whatever. That she's still a lady. I ain't saying she gonna sit down with her legs wide open like she got a.
No, I'm not saying that either. Yeah.
I got you. Let me land my plane, my brother. The thing is that now she is far more calculated. All right, feminine women are dainty. Business-driven CEOs aren't dainty. Okay, they're not like this. They're more like this. Do you not get that? And I can tell by my lady right here, Missy Cow, right now. Missy Cow, I can tell by the way you reacted to what I said. Oh yeah.
No, you contradict yourself.
Basically, you're saying that they turning it on and off. That's what I'm hearing. Like they become this. They adapt
something different. They are something different. Kind of like a woman who's been.
But that's a woman.
Hold on, I get it. Being competitive in the workforce does not make a woman soft. It doesn't make her dainty. It makes her hard and calculated now. All right. So all that other stuff that they might throw on you when you meet them, the nice, I guess that femininity thing that y'all like to throw on it, that's That's not really who she is now.
That's a woman, period.
Yeah, that's a woman. Yeah, that's a woman. Period.
That's not in certain situations. That's a woman, period.
Yeah. We're competitive by nature.
No.
We're
Not-
calculated.
not
We're calculated by nature. So it's not. Oh no! I don't. What kind of women you running up into, huh?
All of them. All
Yeah.
of them.
Oh, yeah, like-
All the way to 40, 50. I've been with them all. I've experienced it all, and I know. But
That we're not competitive.
No, it's just not about those.
And we're not calculated.
Not about those type of
Smart
things.
women are always. Their brain is always going. That's a woman.
Not against men, though. That's what he's saying. Like you
Really?
have to be. Yeah, we're talking about being calculated. Like he's talking about women are becoming more masculine, or like you have to be a certain way in those corporate settings because you're going up against men in high.
But you're
stress.
not. But listen. But this is the thing. So you're thinking
Yeah.
more. So you have to remember, this is a whole new era now. You're not always competing
No.
against CEO men. You're competing against CEO women too.
No, you're not. No, the chances are you're competing. I just told you.
So they just did a study. They just you know they do.
No,
these
he just
studies now
Googled it
with
on
this,
his
with
phone.
this
That's
gender
what that
with this new generation.
Yeah, I'm saying Google
So
how
you
many
have
women
more
CEOs
females
in the Fortune
that are
500.
in the corporate leadership positions than you have males start. You know those 30ish, 30ish, 40ish. They're now coming into the workforce. Females up here compared to the men down here, and they're 30ish, 40ish in this new generation.
Those are numbers are based on like corporate. They're not CEO positions, but yeah, that is true though. But those are based on just corporate positions. So the stats on
Attrition
CEOs,
time.
huh?
With attrition and time, like yeah, you have those that are up there now, but like I said, the generation is changing.
Yeah,
so
I
you
know.
have more females up
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, no,
I just want to say this because I definitely get what you were saying, Chill. You know, I'll Chill, relax, please. You're killing me today. You're killing me, Smalls. But what I wanted to say was when I think about women in corporate, because I, you know, was in corporate, I'm actually going back to corporate. I think of, because I've had leadership positions and project management, you know, etc. I think speak softly but carry a big stick, right? So it's one of those things where the same way I'm speaking to you all, it's a saying, and you should look it up, Chill, instead of looking at the camera crazy. It's okay. I promise you, it's out there. But when I think about that, I think about it in the terms of the same way I'm speaking to you all. I can absolutely say what I am meaning. I don't have to become this aggressive or, you know, because, you know, God forbid when a Black woman is passionate, you know, it's oh, you're aggressive. So I don't even have to do that. But I can actually stand 10 toes down on what I'm saying and absolutely mean and lead in that way. And I have, again, being the only.
Do you feel?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Do you really feel as if a lot of the women today get into these jobs and show femininity? Femininity is a power, and most feminine women could dominate men. The problem is that a lot of women, and why these workplaces you're not seeing the women get the respect they feel like they deserve, even if they are very good at their roles, is because they're leading with masculinity. And it's not a switch. It's who they are at home. It's who they are all over the place.
But they shouldn't even be in that race. Like it's like it shouldn't even be in that race. It should be like you guys could control the whole world from the home or whatever. Y'all are trying to control and get power from the same race that the men are running in, and it's just not gonna work. It's just never gonna work. Like you're better off becoming the top CEO's, you know, Miss wife or Miss, and like really controlling how he, you know, like really controlling things rather than trying to jump in that race. And you know, that's my opinion. You know,
Kid faces.
I don't know. I was like, yo,
we're working on it. We're working on it.
I just want to. I want to ask all the ladies something though. All the supervisors you ever had in your life, who was the best ones? And don't lie. men or women?
I had, my
Repeat.
best one was a woman, and my worst one was a woman. Same race and everything. Best one was a black female. Worst one, black female.
Yeah, hey, and as that worst supervisor, it don't matter. Look, women who are supervisors,
I
other
talked
women,
to worst
CEO,
females for sure.
they are horrible to each other. All right, that's how you really see just how non-feminine they really are. All right,
That's true. We just got.
I
we
would
just got a new
rather. I
female
would
top
rather.
leader, and
No,
they
go ahead.
said, "I hope she's good because it could go either way with female leadership." And that's just only in the military world. It really can. Either gonna have really great leadership, or one's trying to lay their imaginary man part on the table. And those ones are very, very not nice. They're mean. They're nasty. And you know, girl nasty is way worse than men nasty. Like they cut through throat. Like,
and I would say that most of the time because females are competitive by nature, but people in general, it depends on what that position is and where they feel threatened. So if they feel threatened by your knowledge and where you're trying to go and climbing, they're gonna be nasty. So my best supervisor, or whatever you want to call it, was a female in uniform, military. The worst one I had was, and they were Caucasian, was a male, a white male. So
it was a whisper for me.
For me, that's a little different. And you know, this kind of taps a bell a little bit for me. Best manager I've ever had was a white man out of Minnesota. Shout out to Tom. You are still my favorite. Aries all day. Me and that man were like super cool. Like anything. He was the type of manager that just wanted you to exceed. Right? Anything, any training, anything you wanted to do. Like he would literally give you the opportunity to put it forward. Now, the worst one I ever had was a black man who actually sexually harassed me while I was at work. So your femininity can get you in trouble at work in the IT setting, in corporate. And because of the level of corporate that I do, a lot of the times it's not a lot of women that work in my particular sectors. And I was fortunate enough that I had actually 2 women working on this particular project that I had known from other projects. But he would literally come and write little sticky notes. It like I would hate having, like, if I was leaving work and I had to go take the elevator, he would try to hurry up and so he would have to take the elevator with me. So now I'm on edge, and like he would literally get upset if someone else got on the elevator. Like I would be alleviated in that. So again, it's a very, for me, it's super touchy because, you know, we're supposed to be able to look at, you know, senior Black leadership, especially in a male-dominated, you know, environment, to actually help us to grow. And instead, he was trying to not help me grow, but trying to get his third man to grow. And I'm gonna leave it there.
I will have to say that I too agree with Kit. I've experienced that more than one time, and on very different levels. Like some were like super extreme, and other, but like it's hard. Like you almost have to tuck in your femininity at work too in certain environments, because people will pounce on you like you're a target. Like, now she's nice and sweet. Target on her back. Sticky notes on your desk, because they're like, oh, she's nice, she's sweet. Let's go get her. Sometimes you gotta be a little bulldog and you gotta bark a little bit just to get men to back off in the workplace. But you can't bark. You can't. Bark men don't like that either.
I say it's how you go about it though, Ash. Right? It's a way that you could show like, hey, listen. One thing men respect is if you are taken. So if you are a leader in your workplace and you have a husband and you're spoken for, and that goes across the board. No matter where you go, yeah, Jess, it's true. It's true.
Not in the military.
In the military, all y'all do is clap cheeks. I don't know. That's all I keep hearing.
So I guess you're saying that to say that in any mixed environment, being a police department, a correctional facility, where you have correctional officer, or any cross, you know, so you're saying military, that's all they do?
That's all they do. Not Ash, but
what branch are you in, GMT, that you can speak from? It's okay. I'm just
in a branch of my house. But
when did you go to the military?
What are you talking about? We just talked about it on the panel the other day on how promiscuous it is. And Ash verified that. So What are we talking about?
It's
What are we
treacherous
talking about
out there,
right now?
guys.
That's everywhere. That's not necessarily meaning a military environment that they're promiscuous. Have you ever worked in a prison with correctional officers? Have you ever worked around a bunch of police officers?
Yeah, and the women out there.
Environment.
So basically, so you're saying that law enforcement in any type of authority office is a bunch of promiscuous 304s. That's what you're saying.
That's what
I'm
I've
just
been
not
hearing.
talking law enforcement. I'm again talking about an environment that's constructed of a bunch of men and women.
You mentioned
I
law
know that
enforcement.
military,
You
law
meant-
enforcement, whatever, but any environment that's constructed with men and women. Just like in an educational environment, you're not going to find a lot of men teaching, so you're probably not going to find it at an environment. But if it was, it would be the same thing. That's human nature. That's people.
In my corporation, I don't hear about a bunch of that.
They ain't telling that. They ain't what they're gonna do.
Because
Go
y'all
around telling say, hey,
professional,
I'm in a locked office. I'm in a locked office. With
You
a
would
bunch of-
know people. You would know people talk. People talk. So you would know. I literally work in one of the biggest companies in the world, and you don't hear that happening, but you hear about it in law enforcement. You hear about it in the military. You hear about it all the time.
Definitely in the
And
hospital.
Ash,
You
Oh, in the
what?
hospital. I work
Yeah,
in the hospital too. It was wild in the
The reason-
hospital.
Oh yeah.
you got the patient sleeping with the nurse.
GMT, the reason why,
What's up,
the
kid?
reason why you don't
Sorry,
hear about
sorry, Kiba. Sorry, Kiba. Kiba, like what? What's up, kid?
it.
I had to unmute my mic.
Oh man, what you were saying, kid? Hold on, what happened to Kid? She just dropped
Good.
off.
Now I can
All
say
right.
what I want to say. Goddamn fellas.
Oh
I want
man.
all the fellas in the chat. Just take notes. Just take note. Don't be that type that want to combat anything that they say. Sometimes you just gotta let them get it off their chest. So, biggest goddamn O's. I say O's, not hoes, but I said it anyway. Military, correctional officers, nursing, in the hospital, all of that. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. And definitely in the schools. Hell, they trying to clap cheeks with the young kids now. All right.
Oh Lord, hold up, pause.
Now.
Pause. This is a
Now.
family
That's not
show.
now.
We're not gonna go
Well,
there.
not now, but
Hold
you
on,
know how
kid.
it goes, y'all. Y'all know how it goes. So
All
when
right.
you hear them start talking all that nonsense and whatever, I know some of the fellas want to be like, yo, man, y'all better combat that. That's crazy. Y'all better combat the no. Just take notes.
But how do you know that?
Because I got experience.
A
lot of it. Oh yeah.
There's a story
I've
behind
been
that,
called.
kid. Would you
I've
care
been
to
married for a long
He
time.
expect every degenerate to be like him.
Oh, just be quiet. Anyway,
Would
look,
you like to elaborate? There's a story there. I
It's-
would love
that's
to.
where they all at. So when you just looking for something and you don't want to marry them, put a baby on them, go to those professions. You'll have a whole buffet of them. All right.
I will say this though, because GMT, you were saying something, and when in the corporate world, the reason why people it happens there, it happens a lot there. You don't hear about it is because people like their jobs, and it's not industries that's known
Them
for
Negroes
clapping.
don't like
And
their
they're
jobs, man.
They
You
like
know,
them
at the
enough that
bottom,
they're not willing to
at the
lose
bottom,
them.
at the bottom,
They like them enough that they're not willing to lose them behind no cheeks. I bet you that. I know. Look, oh, stop. Like I worked with a whole bunch of Indians, so they smelled like, spices, and they had and stuff like, like
Kamala.
You can
Oh no, I don't
Basically,
mean
you can say clubs because hell, the motorcycle clubs running
mean that
around
negatively,
circles
like-
around each other as well, clapping cheeks and everything else.
I just want
And
to be
that's not a
clear, like,
corporation, is it?
depending on the sector you work. I wasn't being funny. I love Tandoori and biryani and all the good shit. I don't want to be. Don't come for me. I love y'all. But first things first. Let's not do that. Like I was just at the rally. It was epic. I got to show the videos. Like it was awesome. So don't do that. Like I love everybody.
Hey, you the one who brought up the Indians, so hey.
She's a black woman.
Professor.
I didn't bring her up. Somebody said
Where?
it again.
They said
All right.
Indian.
Y'all be
Alright,
coming. See, that's why I wanted to stay quiet.
Well,
when
we
it
ain't
started.
gonna go there. Stay, yeah. We ain't gonna, you brought
we
it
ain't
up.
taking it there.
So
Phil,
you brought
I
up the
can't
East
stand
Indians.
I
So,
can't stand
Professor,
you,
what's your
Phil.
thoughts on the topic? You now coming in. What's good, bro?
Pizza pan fried chicken. Pizza pan fried
Pizza
chicken.
pan fried chicken. Trump Vance. No, so no, I'm just happy. Listen, man, I'm sorry about all the technical difficulties I had, but so the topic today is red flags, right?
Well, no, we're not there yet.
We got there yet. They didn't spoke about everything.
What we got? What we on?
Right now, we just talking about women maintaining their femininity in the workplace, even at the highest position.
It's kind of hard to maintain your femininity at the highest position. Sometimes you got to be a biatch to get to certain levels of corporate business, man. Because as a man, you got to be a bully sometime, and as a woman, you got to be a biatch sometime. To be able to get there, you can't be as feminine as you would like to be, trying to rise the ranks of corporate America. So that's where I'm at on it.
I'm with him. With you when you're right. With you when you're right.
That's 100% of the time.
Yeah. No, so check this out, right? But like I said, I did say earlier, Professor, there are some women that I do know that did rise to corporate ranks that you could see the femininity in them. But usually, like I say, from what I see, those women are married women. For some reason, they're able to still get a whole bunch of men in line without having to yell, without having to, assert some type of dominance and act like they're talking down to men in order to get men in line. And I don't know what it is. It seems as if the panel is kind of more along the lines of most women have to be dominant. And I get that. You know what I'm saying? But what I would like for it is to be like, if a woman is like that, leave that at work. Don't bring it home. But unfortunately, that's not the case. A lot of women bring their masculinity home to their men, their male counterparts, and it's a problem. Kiba, what you got to say about that, Kiba? What's up, Kiba?
I got all my people in the back. They going ham right now.
They going hamburgers?
Oh my God.
What they talking about?
Because now you're saying that it can be something that's left or something that can be carried, femininity.
No, what I'm saying is it still could be feminine, right? It still could be feminine. But what I'm saying is that a lot of women do go home and that masculine side that they have, they can't turn it off. Because just like Watch said, it's not a switch. You can't turn it on and off. If you are who you are, you are who you are. That's what I'm saying. So if you're carrying them, go ahead. Sorry.
I've noticed you were talking about the females that yell and stuff, and I'm only speaking for the military. The ones that have to yell and do the most to get someone to listen, I always say they don't have that much control, right? If you gotta prove yourself by yelling, then you're lacking mad control. I'm never gonna raise my voice at work because I ain't a loud person. What I look like getting loud just for someone to listen to me. You don't have to be loud and yelling and doing the most to get people to follow your lead in the work.
Are you in leadership, Ash?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what's up. And you're able to still maintain that because every time we spoke, you're like this. I never heard any type
honestly
of.
Be like this at work too. I really do all the time. Okay. I do. Okay. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's why the fellas in the comment section are in love with you. So
I don't think that's why they're in love with me.
Why not? Man, you see my boy World Class be throwing hearts at her all the time. As soon as she step in the door.
Only thing is
right.
You know what I'm saying?
When she stepped in the door. So how was that? Stop playing with me.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? He sees the femininity in her. He saw it in her from the day one when she started talking. Right. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna get on to the main topic. Let's get into these red flags. All right. So this one is going to be interesting, right? What I want everyone to do on this, I had some background noise. I don't know who that is. What I want everyone to do is let's talk about red flags early on in the relationships from the female perspective and from the male perspective. And what I would like for everyone to do is just give off a reason and reasons why people leave relationships early. But what I do want to get to the bottom of is, are some of these red flags ridiculous? Can they be looked past in order for the bigger goal is to make relationships work? All right, so I'm going to play a quick video and let's get into the topic.
Single or why are you 35 with no kids? With no kids, that's a red flag for me. That's a red flag. Sorry.
I'm not gonna lie.
Red flag. If you was with somebody for 5 years, you have no kids. Like those are red flags for women. No.
I'm inclined to agree, because why are you single? Why don't you have any kids at 35? Like, super red flag. I sure wouldn't want that. And all the guys that's like in their 30s with no kids, don't come in the comments. Don't come in the comments trying to explain to me why you're not a red flag. Yeah, because definite red flags. Because how are you already, like, you're 30. So you're telling me not one girl you got pregnant? That just let me know that, you know, something not right about you. And matter of fact, y'all probably need to message me. I don't care about no hate comments. For real, like, I take the hate. Y'all red flags for sure. Who? Because.
All right. That's enough of her foolishness. So, let's get this call. Let's talk about what she's saying first. Is it a red flag, ladies, for men to be 35, 40 with no children? Any lady,
I mean,
feel
one, I don't think
free.
it's ever a red flag for someone to be older with no kids if they don't want kids, first and foremost. But secondly, if they're just waiting until marriage, then no, that's not a red flag at all.
Yeah, this time of day, a lot of people are career driven. They don't want children. You know, they want to wait. They want to be married. You know, they want to have a more stable life. So I don't see that as being a red flag. I see a red flag when you got 8 kids by 8 baby mamas, no job, living with your mother. Yeah, that's the issue.
So I'm gonna agree with Kiva.
Right.
Have y'all ever heard the term? And I learned this term about 3 or 4 years ago, dinks. And if you're coming from up north, double income, no kids, right? These youngsters, and I call them youngsters because they're like in their 30s, no kids, careers at the, you know, like making 100 and a half, right? No kids, and they like that lifestyle. You know, I had a young man tell me, hell, me and my lady go out and we spend at least $1,000 a week on being out. But they can do that. They have a home together. She was a lawyer. He was, you know, a project manager up in DC area. They don't want kids nowadays, or they want to wait. They want to enjoy life, travel, and do all the things that, you know, we had timelines. When I say we, you know, our generation had timelines. Have kids, get married, have kids, and then the career kind of like came later, you know. So nowadays, I think they're looking at something different. Like, they're not interested in having kids right away in their 30s. They want to do other things, and it's okay.
Okay. Jess, what's your thoughts on the topic? Jess, you there? Your internet doing what it used to do. Hold up.
Pass me.
There you go.
Pass me with that one.
Oh man. All right, so you know what? Let me read this super chat.
I'm
We got
uploading
a
something
super.
right now.
I got you. We got a super chat. $20 super chat from my God. Blockchain in the building. Blockchain says it's only a red flag if you are attractive. If you are average looking woman or a regular 9-to-5 man, you are being old, without children, single, or otherwise unloved. It's normal. You aren't what anyone is checking for. True.
That's a dumb comment in a sense. I'm sorry. Because my thing is subjective. So when you're talking about something that's subjective, you never know why someone's single or why someone's not single. So
but all right.
It doesn't only go by attractive. I've seen attractive people that still do not get people. They could get maybe one night stands easily and things like that. But I'm talking about relationship wise. It's not a no go for anyone, whether attractive or not. It can go either way for anyone. Because I've seen some of the non-conventionally beautiful people. You know what I mean? I've seen them get people too. Like, they people have gotten no matter where, on whichever end, so you can't go by
I think
attractive.
the expectation is for attractive people to have children. But unattractive people, no one cares, no one looks at them. So I do get what he's saying.
Yeah, I think they used to say that about Halle Berry for the longest.
Right. Oh, that was a baby back there. I heard. All I heard was, yeah. So, real quick. Professor, what's your thoughts on the topic?
A man without kids at 40 something, that's fine. He has practiced what the ladies like to call dick discipline. As far as a woman and up, and again, I have to always reference that only if a woman wants kids and wants to be married. Those are the only women I'm speaking of. If a woman's 36, 37, if she's in the 35 plus range without kids, I have to ask what's the issue, what's going on, what happened. And I have to dive a little deeper into her dating background, because I need to wonder why at this point, if she's wanted kids and wanted to be married, why that hasn't happened at this point. Fair. So as far as men, 40 plus, that's different. As far as women, 35 plus who want that, I have to ask the question. So that's where I am on that. As far as attractiveness, it doesn't really matter whether someone's attractive or not, because if you're a dude and unattractive, you can make more money and get what you want. So, and if you're female and unattractive, you can do other things to make yourself more attractive in some people's eyes. So that's where I am on that one.
Okay. Let me read this super chat real quick. We got a $20 super chat one more time from my guy Black Chain. He said it is rude and small-minded to call something dumb just because you don't like it. Beauty is only objective to women who aren't generally viewed as attractive, mainly by the men they want. That was to you, Jess.
So when I said that was dumb, I meant the statement. I don't call people dumb.
But he didn't say he didn't say you said he was dumb. He said something dumb because you.
So I can call a statement dumb. I can. In my viewpoint, it's subjective. It's in my viewpoint.
Okay. All right, just chill, Jess. You know what I'm saying? Just ready to pop off. All right. So let me ask y'all a question. I'm gonna start with the fellas on this one. I'm gonna start with you, Chill. What's your red flags that you could think of as a man that would make you disqualify a woman very early in the relationship?
All right. Plethora of tattoos, that septum ring in her freaking nose, because that says a lot. Let me see. See, I'm a little different with the whole no kids type thing, because usually the women that I have encountered, most of them don't have kids, and then the younger ones, because I only date younger anyway. So when it comes to the older women, the ones who don't have kids, all right, I'm cool with that. But see, I understand the game. I'm not going to put a baby in you, and I'm not going to marry you, because the younger women that I have in my rotation, they need to see us guys have an older woman on our rotation, because that keeps them in line and that keeps the competition going. So, you dudes need to, it's just, I do my shit totally different. I see guys say a lot of things when it comes to that, but those are my disqualifiers for the red flags, man. Tattoos, septum rings and all that mess. These are my
one second, Jess. Let me ask you a question, Chill. What kind of tattoos? Is it big bold tattoos or any tattoo?
Any tattoo, because tattoos is a sign of trauma. That's the reason a woman already knows she's born perfect. She's born perfect with that smooth, buttery skin. And the only reason why she would want to denigrate that skin is if she went through something. That's just what it is.
You talking that shit. Wait. Were you talking in terms of like being in a relationship already or getting into a relationship? Was that the question? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think you would even.
No, well, you're starting the relationship, right? You're getting
So
to
that's
know
why.
the person.
Yeah,
That's why I was raising my hand,
Yeah.
because just as how he brought up, that's why I find his statements irrelevant, because he's talking about clapping cheeks and all that other stuff, not about starting a relationship. So all what you require is irrelevant to what we're talking about, in a sense, if you're talking about starting a relationship.
He's talking about pre-red. Chill, I think, was referencing like pre.
No, but he doesn't even care. Remember, he already said he's not stopping there. He's passing through anyway. He's just talking about.
Oh, well, wait, Jess. Hold on, Jess. So I am a man who is definitely, if I see what I see and they meet my requirements, then yeah, I will be open to a relationship. But let's just be real. The playing field is totally different. Totally different. All right. And I'm seeing a lot of disqualifiers. And what men tend to do, we compartmentalize. I have categories for certain people. It just so happens a lot of people that I meet, they ain't relationship material. They feed them to the couch or feed them to the mattress.
So why aren't you choosing better?
Choosing better.
You are what you attract, right?
Why aren't?
Excuse me.
He's choosing what's optimal for him. You don't understand. We have two.
All right. So let's break it down like this. All right. So right now I'm in New Hampshire, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. All right. It's 96% Caucasian. I don't want to be
bunnies.
Woman.
Yeah,
I really don't. That's not my thing. The population of Black Americans is very small out here. I did date one that was out here, and I fed her to the mattress and did what I needed to do. That's what it is. It ain't about me choosing better or anything like that, or attracting what I am and what I'm not. I attract everything. All right, and I handle them accordingly. It is what it is. See, when a man knows that he got options, it ain't too much that a woman can say to me. And fellas, when
if they're choosing what you're giving like that, they're not options. You're delusional with that one. If they're choosing to just be passed through, they're not options.
Oh, Lord.
And they're not quality options.
You're speaking through like,
yeah.
Respectfully, you're speaking through like a woman's train of thought. Like there are options because there is ideal options because he's trying to smash. So if they are willing and available to smash, those are options. You're not thinking through.
We're talking about relationship wise. I'm not talking about situationships.
It could be relationship wise. It could be relationship wise, and 9 times out of 10, when it start out, I'd be thinking that. But see, here's the thing: I know how to vet women, and my vetting process lasts years, baby. Years, not weeks, not days, not months. I don't do that. And if you disqualify yourself, that ain't gonna mean I ain't gonna stop tossing you up. That just means I ain't gonna marry you and I ain't gonna put a baby in you. How's that for?
Look, we got I got a poll. I got a poll going in the chat right now. Are tattoos red flags on women? Sorry. Do me a favor, take that poll. I'm gonna end it soon, and I will come up with the final number in about 2 minutes. Professor, I'm gonna get to you just now. Watch. Professor,
No. I just had a question about the thing.
I'm gonna get to you. I want to go over this red flag talk, and I want your red flags after. Professor, talk to me.
Yeah, so I agree with Chill when it comes to tattoos, and yes, like Chill, I do like clapping cheeks, but I also am looking for a relationship. So women that I am vetting for relationship, tattoos are an issue. Kids are how many kids and kids are an issue. What your Instagram looks like. If I look at your Instagram and I can see everything, then you in that clap cheeks category, not that long-term category. I also need to know what your relationship is like with your father. Do you have one? Was there one? Is there one? Because your relationship with your father can, by and large, show how you're going to treat me. So those are some of my red flags. Do you drive a Charger? You drive a Charger, a predominantly masculine vehicle, Charger, Challenger, 600 Benz. I ain't dealing with you.
600 Benz?
Yo,
You
that
driving a
was a good
600 or
one.
550 or 750 BMW?
How was that masculine?
Hell
Okay.
no, you driving a Trackhawk.
Nah, because those. Listen, I'll get to that in a minute. But no, they drive those type of cars. I ain't rocking with it. They can drive an E. They can drive a 5 Series. They can drive.
Those cars are the I don't need a man starter cars. That
Well,
and the Nissan Ultimate.
I thought that was a CLA, but no. But you're right. But see, the bigger those bigger cars are not necessarily like if you drive an S class, but it's a convertible. That's a different situation than a E or a C. Most women I know drive the C300s or the CLAs. And back in the day, they drove the compressors. That was your starter car at one point, right? So those are mine. Also, women who think all men are narcissists. That's another one. That's another red flag. But those are just my red flags there.
Okay. All right. And watch. What are your red flags?
Are you speaking in terms of like? Because I think what the other dudes gave was a pre red flag. Are you speaking about red flags like we've been dating for a while and then is that kind of what are you speaking pre?
You meet them.
Okay.
Very early on, when you now meet the person.
Got you. Yeah. So I pretty much agree with what both of them said. I'll just like be specific and add some things. Like honestly, like throughout the years, definitely Instagram, honestly, of any sort or social media of any sort. I know that sounds insane, but like, I mean, if you're a beautiful woman or if you're a woman in general and you have a social media, the chances are that you are probably like posting some type of content that is going to be like, anti-relationship or just counterproductive to the relationship. In my eyes, whether that's posting your body.
So
and,
let me ask you a question on that. Watch.
For sure.
Are you saying any woman with a social media is a red flag?
If I'm vetting to marry somebody, yeah, absolutely. Like that, and I'll make exceptions if they have a major business or something like that, like a legitimate business where they're actually accruing money from said social media or something like that. But if it's just like for pure vanity entertainment purposes, I'd ideally, yeah, I wouldn't. No.
You're not the first man I heard say that, but go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, just like social media presence I'll say social media without a focus or a purpose. That's definitely a red flag. Kids for sure. Any type of like feminism ideology, I'm not really with any of that. And just like not being reciprocal like early, that's a major red flag. Just basic, reciprocation in various, field in various, parts of life, like so to speak, whether it's just going the extra mile in my needs, because that's like kind of like the default for the guy. So you just want somebody who's going to be reciprocal. But yeah, in addition to what the other gentleman said, just being masculine, having a lot of baggage, that's definitely a red flag. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So the poll is finished and the votes are in. Out of 16 people, which I don't know why just 16 people we got, but you know what? I did say men, so I'm guessing the rest of them are women. But I got 56% of men saying no, it's not a red flag for a woman to have a tattoo.
Oh, so can I say alcohol use too? Alcohol use and excessive partying and things of that nature as well too. Yeah, red flag for me. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to put another poll up about social media. I do also want to know. And then now, while I put this poll up, I would like the ladies to start answering. What is your red flags that a woman disqualifies a man early on in the relationship?
So, I'm ready to hear this. Go, ladies.
Be truthful too, please.
Who's going to go?
Is it their
first?
truth or the truth? Watch.
I would hope for the truth. That's only
The whole point is that y'all preference.
only logical one.
Whatever.
Oh, Jess. Yes. I can't wait to talk about Kalana, man.
Jess, what's your red flags, Jess?
So I have some. Okay. So I would say definitely communication. That's one. Especially if you're, putting yourself in that leadership position, communication is a plus. So I just say communication. Second, I'll say if you do not know boundaries, if you cannot control yourself with things and boundaries is a how you deal with boundaries is a red flag for me. Treating others poorly, how you treat others, it depends. Especially people that you think may be less than you or whatever, how you treat them. That's how I'll look at as well. You can fix your eyebrows, chill, because this is my list, right? I mean, you could take some for your man if you want.
Wait. Can I just say something? I know, like, I feel like I can make an argument that
No. Let the ladies go.
No. I'm gonna
we gotta let them cook. Watch.
I feel like the ladies' red flags list will ironically be a list of, if you wrote it down, a dude who gets a lot of chicks. But continue.
Obviously.
Yeah, it's really interesting actually. But yeah, continue.
Dishonesty will be a red flag.
Okay.
Inconsistency, that's another red flag. Not emotionally regulated, that's a red flag. And your income drive.
Income drive. Okay.
Yeah. Your drive for income, your drive for family life, your drive for, all of that. That's like, things that sustain life in a sense. How are your views on that? That will make a difference.
Okay. All right. That's what's up.
Thank you.
Those are, I believe, stuff that is very important for a man. So, I mean, to have for a man. So I agree with you on a lot of those, Jess. On a lot of those. Kiba, what's your thoughts on what a woman should consider red flags?
So I'm with Jess. Income is important. Not having a car. I don't really care what kind of car you have. So, yeah, I'm professor. Sorry. Okay. I see your face. I just want you to have a car.
But you said income. Then you said they don't care if they have a car.
No, I want you to be able. So I need. Listen what I'm saying. So I need for you to be able to have a job. I need for you to have that desire to work. There's a lot of people out here that's living with their mama right now. So the question was, what are red flags for me? So someone who's not goal focused, that's a red flag. Someone who does not have a car, that's a red flag. Those are red flags. Wear skinny jeans, that's a red flag. It's a red flag.
Oops.
Of someone who sags his pants, it's a red flag. Not wearing a belt, that's a red flag.
I can't sag my skinny jeans, Kiba.
No. All right.
Professor, your ass ain't wearing no damn skinny jeans, man.
Yeah.
What?
It may not be a choice.
He capped out, boy.
The spank.
Hey, I got my protein shake. I'm gonna be back in my skinny jeans soon.
Let's go.
You can be having a pants sagging, long as but make sure you got your belt on.
I got a belt on. They're just sagging though.
This is very interesting.
I do want to say one though. I'm gonna let everybody finish continuing, but I want you to pay attention to the comments in the chat box and everything. How the questions that they ask, I feel like we should address them at some point. Like the young lady, what's her name? The White School podcast said, said social media is a red flag. Now that's going to differ from person to person, and I'm saying after all of this is done, we should address some of these questions so these ladies can actually know what it is that we do.
Yeah. And I agree with Watch. I think that social media can be a red flag. but I also agree with I'm So Chill that it depends. You know, it really does. So,
I said it depends too, though. Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I think it depends because sometimes it can be an easy tell for you and knock someone off your list real easy and quick.
Yeah.
Did all the work for you, to be honest.
I said social media without like a purpose. So like if you're not running like a functional business, you know, or something of that nature, or like real humanitarian work, and you're just on there for vanity purposes and things of that nature, or entertainment.
Some people might need it for socialization. Maybe they live far away. They're trying to communicate with their family. So for me, it just depends. I don't care if you don't have a business, you know what I'm saying? And that, you know, you use that platform.
Call and text.
Some people. Huh?
But why does it have to be in your box of how they should be, how they should share their...
Because I'm betting them to be I have standards and, you know,
no, I mean, but that's the thing. So for your person that you choose, if that's what you think is not the best option of communication for them, but, you know, I'm not saying that as across the board.
Right. It's not solely for vanity. So, you know,
yes,
I
it is designed for vanity. Social media is designed for vanity.
Yeah, no, Instagram was not designed for vanity. Come on, watch.
Yeah.
What? Oh, you mean girls got me. I was on to
So, all right, I'm gonna end that poll about the social media thing, and then I would like to move on to the other ladies as well. So I still got Kit, Ash, and I got Misty. But the poll is in about the social media, and 71% of the audience out of the 14 votes said that no, social media is not a red flag for the men that, you know, that are dealing with women for red flags. So the majority speaks for, you know, how the men feel.
You know what? I'm gonna let the show keep going, but I'm gonna put that in my memory bank because I'm gonna tackle both of them. The ones where the guy said that tattoos aren't a red flag, and what they said social media aren't a red flag. But I'm gonna break it down because, like I said, there are men in different categories. There are some in the bargain bin, and there are some of us who aren't.
All right. So, ladies, if y'all are voting, I really hope y'all are not voting. I hope that this is the men voting, because I'm gonna add some stuff for the ladies as well. So, Kit, what are red flags that Kit is rolling up right now? And whatever she rolling, it looks serious.
I wish I could give me a margarita and a shot of tequila right now. Hey.
Watch rolling up too. So, Kit.
Whoa, family show.
Family show. We can't have no type of
gummy worms. My bad.
Those are gummy worms. Okay, good. Gummy worms. We're gonna call them gummy worms. Good. All right, Kit. What's your red flags?
Ashley be looking so stoic. Jesus Christ.
That's what I'm talking about.
You got a poker face on, like, you know.
It's a military face. So, Kit, what's your red flags, Kit?
For this panel, the fact that some of y'all are actually breathing is a red flag, because this shit is wild breathing.
So yeah.
The fact that y'all take air out, and the fact that y'all like breathe in and then somehow it comes back out, and then sometimes it's followed by words, and that's like the biggest red flag of the day for me. And I'm gonna end my playlist.
Well, what can you challenge any of our perspectives that you don't, agree with?
Watch, I don't even agree with you being on this panel, let alone having things to say.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna let you breathe and live.
Nice.
Well, watch you.
You sound like you eugenicist. You sound like you eugenicist. You said the fact that we've been breathing, like, are you not allowed to share the planet?
No, stop.
Watch.
Stop.
She is a Kamala Harris fan, of course.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
You know what?
Anybody who disagrees, they shouldn't be breathing. That's just very crazy. It's very crazy rhetoric. Very eugenicist.
No, I
rhetoric.
said context is super important, right? I said some of you men on this panel, some might just be you, Watch, but I was trying to be polite. Okay, so now I'm going to
you're explaining why women shouldn't be in leadership positions because they're not direct.
Watch. Let me help you. Only thing I have to do is be black and die. So
I've heard it
I
before.
don't want
I've heard all that
explain
fast food. Yeah,
anything. That's cute and that's great, but I don't have to explain myself to you. That's the beautiful thing about this panel. I can actually say what I want to, and either if it doesn't apply, let it fly. I'm okay with that. You know, the fact that you even able, you know what? Happy Sunday.
Yeah, the fact that I was able to have an opinion, she's bothered by it. Keep proving me right. Like, it's insane, just insane rhetoric.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm okay with that. See, other people might be bothered, and they're like, "Oh my God, he's saying things."
You're okay with insane
I
rhetoric.
I literally didn't say anything the whole time. Y'all all had things to say. I have listened with the utmost grace and haven't cut in, bothered, or anything.
You were the first speaker.
Dude, let me explain something to you. You are one of the most misogynistic men I have ever encountered because a woman has social media.
Can you define misogyny? Can you define misogyny?
You want to define it? It looks like you. It looks like this
misogyny? Can you define misogyny?
Let me explain something. He's gonna keep trying to do this whole thing, and GMT, you already know how I do. I'm gonna leave it right there.
All right. Kid, you're not answering the question. Answer the damn question, kid. God damn it.
Can't we all just get along?
Sounds like a candidate.
No, not at all. Absolutely
Yes,
not.
you can, kid. You
All
can
right,
do it,
Rodney.
kid.
Absolutely the fuck not. We cannot.
Women Incorporated.
Not all of us. 80% of us, maybe,
Alright.
but not all of us.
All right.
Red flags.
Yeah, red flags. There we go.
Red flags. Men who find their masculinity by controlling women. That is a red flag for me. A red flag for me is men using their kids as some kind of trophy piece. Like, oh, look at what I've done. I've done my job because I raised my kid and I took him out. And trust me, it happens because I even hear women say, oh, I think it's so sexy when a man takes care of his kids. That's a red flag too, because why would you say that, dummy? What? It's true.
No, it's not. No.
Okay,
Because
then why do we have
It shouldn't be. No. I hear what she's saying because that shouldn't be like you don't get a trophy for being an involved father. That's your job. It shouldn't be
Yeah,
something
but
that's glorified.
mothers get put up on a pedestal all the time.
But she just said,
and she
women,
wants it.
Women that say, I think a man is sexy because he takes care of his kids, as it is something rare. It shouldn't be looked at like, oh, it's so rare that I love when a man does this. That's what she's trying to say. I agree with that statement.
No, I mean, you can find paternity and modernity attractive without thinking it's like, without having a negative connotation.
I would see the way my wife takes care of my son, and I find that attractive. Yeah, any woman can take care of a kid, but it's how you take care of your kid. So there's nothing wrong with looking at that as something that's attractive.
I just want to make note that while everybody said what they needed to say, I said nothing. And before I even got 2 statements out, I was cut up in every manner. So
No, it wasn't like that, kid. We just Kid, stop. Kid, yo, I love Kid. Ash, what's up, Ash? What's your red flag?
Wait, was Kid done?
Kid said she's done, so she's done right now.
It's done.
I love Kid. Kid gonna be back. Yeah, we can hear
Here you go.
All right. Well, because I had to read my list, I had wrote them down, and it's in my notes. But I'm here. You can hear me.
list.
Don't do that, okay? Because I did my homework. I'm sorry. Listen. So, multiple baby mamas. I have nothing against the LGBTQTI plus community at all, but bisexual men. I think that's a red flag. I have someone who's also a man who's overly homophobic. Someone who's in between jobs. I know that's like almost shallow to say, but there's like a time period on being in between jobs. No car and not in a city area. I know I said this before. It's okay if you live like in New York or somewhere where public transportation is heavy. It's okay if you don't have a car. If you're over 30 with a roommate with nothing to show for it. Someone who's love bombing. If you say you love me within the first 7 to 14, under 30 days is pretty wild. Anyone who wants to chill versus actually going out and doing something. People who have limit availability, not in the sense that they want to like not in the sense that they're actually busy and being productive when they only have a certain time frame hours. Like suddenly, like let's say people who can only talk on the phone during working hours, 8 to 5, and then after 5 they suddenly not available. That's a red flag. And then also on the flip side, people who have all the availability in the world. If you have too much time on your hands and you want to focus all that energy on me, I also can't. That's also a red flag to me. And that's the few things that I had in my list.
Jesus.
All right.
Damn if
I
you don't.
I would argue so far if you're.
Come out. I want to address something real quick. All right, to my man Don. I don't know who he is. Don Jeter. You are subscribed obviously, and you are. You know what I'm saying, you have a membership. But one thing that we don't do, and we don't sit up there and talk about the looks of the women on the panel. Don't do it. I don't do it, even though that you know what I'm saying. I'm good and everything, but that's just one thing we don't do. And I hope
we got it.
Definitely.
Yeah,
you know,
mods, take care of that, please. We keep it respectful in the chat.
Okay, because I personally feel like if I look like Ocho Cinco, I look well moisturized and paid. So I'm okay with that.
Oh man. So real quick, ladies in the chat, I did drop a question in the chat about what Ash just said. Is a man in between jobs a red flag? I would like to know your answers. So far, we got 2 votes. So I don't know. There's not a lot of ladies in the chat. So Misty, what's up with your red flags?
So for me, I would say someone with narcissistic behaviors, someone that's, you know, I would say in their 40-ish era, 40, 50s, and they're hopping between jobs, no career. You know, I understand if you retired and then you go back for a second job, that's fine. But somebody that bash their baby's mamas, if they have children and they disgustingly talk about that woman that they birthed that child with, I think that's a red flag for me. Absolutely. And in addition to what Jess and Kiva said, yeah, those are red flags.
Okay. All right. I know there's not too many women in the chat. So far, the women are saying that it is not a red flag if a man is in between jobs. Ash.
I would make an argument that a lot of those red flags are encompassing of men who get a lot of women, which is kind of crazy.
If you're 40-ish, 50-ish, and you're hopping between jobs, that's
not all of them. Not all of them.
So what do you mean? What do you mean by hopping, Misty?
How
many years?
I'm meaning that where you can't hold down a job every year, you're trying to find a job and you're 40-ish, 50 as hell. We can retire at 62. So at 40 and 50, it's like, where are you heading? What are you trying to do? You know what I'm saying? I understand if you have been laid off,
Mm-hmm.
No, or your company folded or something like that. But if you are consistently trying to find a job niche, you haven't held a job more than a year. You haven't held a job for 5 years. You've been on unemployment for half your life. That's a red flag.
So real quick before Chill jumps in, is it okay if the guy hops jobs every 7 years or every 3 years?
If it's for career progression, if he's seeking career progression, then that's different. But if you're hopping them because you're fired, you're getting fired from a job because you're basically getting fired from a job and you can't hold down a job. Yeah, that's a red flag.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure we
career progression, you should be. I would even say, so let's back up. So to me, for career progression, yes, if you're doing it every 3 years, because a good mentor say you don't stay put unless it's beneficial to you. So if you're staying in a job, say you making, I'm gonna say $5 an hour, and you've been in that job for 10 years, that's not a plus. 7 years, that's not a plus. So you're not motivated to go out there and seek something better.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to make sure we put that out there. So we had an understanding of if you're hopping jobs for financial gain, that's fine. Not just I got to see what you're saying. Got you.
So the question I have, real quick, Chill, I got you, brother.
No,
the question I have though is, what if you just met this guy and you don't know, but he tells you I'm in between jobs? Would that initially be a red flag? Or would it be
There's ways to
Oh,
tell.
so you say ask the man the question?
Why are you between? No, what I'm saying is, if he say I'm in between jobs, then for me the question gonna be, well, what is it that you do? How long have you been doing this? So you got to ask the questions that's going to lead to knowing whether or not this person is a job hopper and can't hold down a job.
It shouldn't even get to that. It shouldn't even get to that. Why are you on the dating market if you don't even have a job?
I do
And
have a
that's why I was
question.
finished. Yeah.
Go ahead.
What's
Well,
wrong? Because you can have money and be in between
Right,
jobs.
and that's what I was gonna say. That's why I said
Well,
there's
we got-
ways to tell.
Well, that will need to
What-
be established if that's the case.
Yeah,
What
because
if
you
he's
have people
actually-
that have businesses, and say for instance you sold a business and you want to relax. I done worked, I done sold a business, I want to relax. I got enough money where I can sit and chill for a year or 2 or 3. So like I said, those conversations have to be, like you said, Jess, you have to know, you got to ask the questions.
What if he's in between jobs but do gig work for full time?
What's gig work?
That's roadie, that's DoorDash, that's Uber, that's Lyft, that's gig positions.
That wouldn't be for me. I'm just
I want to ask that question because I do know of a person in Massachusetts that does $250,000 a year driving Uber. So for you guys to say no to a guy making $250,000, that's kind of eye opening to me.
The men said nothing about finances either. in their
Listen,
Latin
I would
training.
say it's just so hard to determine when you say gig work nowadays.
Easy,
'Cause I
bro.
know people who don't like work real jobs at all, and they do all those Insta work and all this, like a bunch of those apps, and they do it and they survive. Like they can maintain their lifestyle.
So,
but then I also know people who do it just to survive. So it depends on what their lifestyle looks like and how.
They're doing it full time, making
like, are they
$80,000 a
yeah,
year. This is what they're doing full time.
And that's fine. But if they're just doing it, let me go do this so I can fill the fridge or pay rent or something, then nah.
So I also would say it depends on, what are they looking for? If you're looking to be married and have a family and have children, for those that are waiting to have children, can that gig job provide medical, dental?
Right. So
Can that gig job provide a roof over my head and our children's head? Can it put food in the refrigerator while you hopping between gig jobs? So it depends on what you're looking for. If you're single and you're out there gigging, hell, if you can take care of yourself and you want to date, and somebody don't mind dating you where you can take them out here and there, then that's fine. But for some people, it may not be fine. But you got to understand, where's the medical, dental when it comes to you wanting a family and children? How are you providing that medical and dental and a roof over my head and insurance and all that other stuff that goes along with having a family?
So if you can have private insurance, and if you're making 80 grand doing it, it's more than enough money to survive. I'm just saying there are people who quit their jobs just to do gig work, whether male or female. And for us to say I automatically disqualify them is it's sort of a shame, because some people are making more than most people in America working a corporate job.
And you're describing most people too, which is crazy.
I'm so chill. What's up, brother?
What I wanted to add to that, so fellas, I do want y'all to pay attention. When women ask, women are very, when it comes to career and what a man do, women understand that they like 10,000
That
hours.
is my least like
Right.
statement that he always does. I'm sorry.
What, least like
Go
statement?
ahead, continue. I'm sorry.
What was it I said?
Oh no.
Whenever you say fellas,
Fellas,
pay attention.
Let me tell you, fellas.
Oh.
Let me tell
I'm
you,
talking to them.
fellas.
I'm talking
Let me
to
tell
them.
you.
Because I'm talking to them. I can't
continue.
coach the ladies. The ladies need to learn how to coach themselves. I can't coach the ladies. All I can do is date you and leave you. That's
You
it.
need to coach yourself.
I'm already up there. That's why you can't get me to give up my options. See? But here's the thing. All right, fellas, ladies, pay attention to what it is that we do. They understand that if you say gig work, now we know that gig work make us money and everything, but they're looking at a pension. They're looking at retirement. They're looking at something that, all right, if you should stop, am I going to be the one to have to fall on the sword? Or are you going to make sure that we are all protected and you fall on the sword instead of us? I mean, because gig work, that's usually how it's going to go. If, you don't have the right things, or you didn't do the right things with your money while you're making it. I'm not saying you can't make buku bucks with it, but gig work is gig work. It's like a drug dealer. There ain't no retirement plan with that.
Right.
You know that. And women pay attention to that. That's why they tend to be like, all right, I'll kick it with you, but I ain't gonna settle with you because ain't no retirement plan that's gonna benefit both of us. So understand that. I want y'all guys to pay attention to that. That they are very keen to that.
The Wife School podcast. Yes, she's making some good points up there.
I agree.
And
Wife School always makes some good points.
And I brought that up. And I brought that up. The only reason I brought that up because in between me going from the job, put it this way, I went and worked for Google for 6 months, and in between that time, I had a 6-week window. So I said because I like to try things for myself. So I went and drove Uber I went 60 hours a week for 4 weeks straight. My girlfriend at the time, who was a professor, like you guys have heard me speak about her, I was making more money than she was driving Uber in the same amount of time she was working. So before I went to Google. So because one thing I like to do is I like proof of concept to see if it actually makes sense. And when I was telling her, I'm making $2,600, $2,700, $2,800 a week, she was like, what? I was like, yeah. So that's why I throw in gig work, because people automatically disqualify those people who are out there doing it and making the money. And as far as 401ks, IRAs, insurance, that's something you can all do privately. You don't have to have you don't have to have a job, a W-2 to have those things. So people and I know people who quit their job at the company I'm with now to go do gig work full time, and they're married and taking care of their family. So that's why I say you guys disqualify that when some people are making more than your corporate job. And she and the girlfriend I'm talking about had a doctor's degree. So
Professor, what I heard one of the women say, I don't know who said it though, was women look for security. So I'm guessing to most women, gig work is not secure, meaning long term, meaning like, okay, you do gig work before it burns you out. How long would that last? Right? How long are you going to make that $250,000? Would you do it for 5 years, 10 years? A lot of people don't do gig work for that long. And I guess that's where women have an issue with it. Ladies, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So it's more about women looking for security than they're looking for, like, all right, if you had a job, it had a pension, it had all of those other things, the benefits, in case our kid gets sick and needs to go to the hospital for something crazy, could that gig work cover that? And that's what women are looking at.
And guess what? During the pandemic, there were still drivers out there driving. In Massachusetts, the average the minimum wage for drivers in Massachusetts is $32.50. So, how many people are making salary wise or yearly? I mean, or hourly, $32.50. There's guys that drive 5, 6, 7 years. I've known a lot of people who do it for the most part are from a different country. And they do it more full time to 5, 6, 7 years. So again, I have to go back. Like, how many of you guys are making at least $32.50 an hour? How many of you guys are making at least $27 an hour? Because that's what a lot of those guys are doing, driving this thing every day. So if you want security, okay, he's driving. It's not going anywhere. Uber and Lyft have been around for 10, 15 years now. It was big during the pandemic when everyone was sitting at home or laid off. They were still out there driving or delivering groceries. So it's not going anywhere.
So let me ask you, so the average, and I'm just wondering, I don't know, what do you think is the average Uber or Lyft that's going to take and put away their savings, 401k, IRAs or whatever, that they're going to invest for their future? Or, if they're only doing it short term or long term, do you really think that a lot of people take away when they gigging that money and putting it away?
I can't speak for everyone. I can't speak for anyone other than what I did when I did it for the 4 weeks. But in addition to that, how many people have W-2 jobs and are doing all that? How many people are maxing out their 401k with their company match? How many people are maxing out their HSA so that they lower their tax liability? So how many people are doing the top things they can do to make sure that, one, paying less taxes, and two, maxing out what they can max out on their own, and getting the best out of the company they work for. I know Google did a 15% match, so I definitely matched. I put in 15% because they did dollar for dollar up to 15%. So I did dollar for dollar in my 401k there. So it just depends. Are you maxing out everything? I also max out my HSA, so I lower my tax liability. So it just depends on, are people maxing out what they normally do with their W-2?
I'm gonna throw my little 2 cents in there again. Fellas, some things I wouldn't even bring up. Like when it comes to gig work, because I understand. Like, look, ladies, I respect y'all, and the fellas, I respect y'all too as well. Ladies can see y'all coming a mile away. Gig work is just like, all right, he making good money. Well, I'm gonna sit here and use that. I'm gonna use them up until that good money gone, and then it ain't no benefits being with a gig worker once she done use you up, because it ain't nothing to fall back on. So some things just I wouldn't even bring it up. Just
Them snow bunnies still up there in Portsmouth?
They so is.
Them snow bunnies don't got a problem.
So
where Becky at?
So real quick, fellas, real quick, ladies and gents, with the red flag topic, what I want to do is get to the bottom line, meaning that how could we come to a solution? Because some of those red flags that I heard, some of y'all from the fellas kind of crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm
Which
saying?
ones? Which ones?
And you, so
all of them.
So not all of them. I agree with some. But here's the thing: do I agree with like women with tattoos? Now, do I believe women that's all tattooed up all over the place, looking crazy, has some type of trauma that I'm not willing to deal with? 100%. But if a woman got a little butterfly somewhere, she probably got that when she was. Come on, Professor.
No.
Come
on. Listen.
That don't mean she's afraid of bugs.
What does a butterfly symbolize? Transformation.
They transformed. Butterfly in her stomach.
They transferred into something. They was a cheek clapping heifer before they put that butterfly on. Now I'm a whole different. Listen, I have anecdotal. Only because I know butterfly tattoos had a whole transformation. And
Stop.
It was
right.
a one hit a quitter.
What about her initials? Her initials.
She don't
Her
know
initials is a red flag on her.
I mean,
come on, y'all. Y'all
I
know y'all
be
sound
honest.
ridiculous saying
I
that.
know
Y'all
it does.
know y'all sound ridiculous saying that.
It sounds ridiculous.
How is it ridiculous? What the?
I know. I trust
you. Of her initials are a red flag. I'm not talking about those biker chicks with tattoos.
But wait,
all over.
these are just standards. These are just standards, and what boundaries of what people want.
Listen, you just sat up here and just rolled up, so you got to be kidding.
What you talking about?
I'm trying to crack jokes, but you sitting here talking about standards.
What is that? What does that mean? Oh, you mean being on the show and rolling up? Oh, yeah. That's kind of yeah, no, I can admit that. No, you're right. But the thing is that I think that it's ironic that a lot of the red flags that the women said are actually the characteristics of ladies, men, and men who get a lot of women. It's true. I don't think that's not true. How is that not true?
What characteristics did the lady say?
Well, not being unavailable, being having multiple baby mothers, not having a lot of money. These are characteristics indicative to a lot of dudes who get a lot of women. Like whether you want to be honest about it or not.
So I'm at a crossroads. I am, because I understand what my man GMT is saying. You come across a chick and she got one little baby tattoo and it's like a butterfly or a snail or some mess.
And you would throw out a whole qualified woman because of a snail tattoo.
Me, and I'm only speaking for me. I've been married for like damn near half of my life. I'm 43, and there were qualities and traits and stuff that I totally ignored because I was a certain type of person that. I was like, yo, this is the best I can do. I'm gonna plant my flag right here. And I had to learn the hard way. So now I'm strict when it comes to vetting women and, having certain standards. That doesn't mean that all men should be like me or, vet women the way I do. So there are going to be a plethora of guys that be like, yo, you got 1, 2 tattoos? Oh, come on, baby. I ain't worried about that. Me, I'm different. If I see a tattoo, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna start asking open-ended questions. You know what I'm saying? About around the time she got that tattoo. I'm not going to bring up the tattoo, but I'm going to start learning. And as I learn, it's going to come out that trauma experience she experienced to when she got that tattoo. That for me.
Where you live again?
Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Okay.
I'm far away from
I just recently got a tattoo, and I don't have any trauma whatsoever going on in my life.
Right.
Right.
Is it a butterfly?
How old are you? Missy Cow, how old are you?
Is it a butterfly?
You said what?
Older.
Older than me?
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, I hope to see you on here a lot more because we're going to dig deep into that. I ain't going to do it right now. But we're
Yo,
gonna
y'all don't know. If y'all don't know,
You don't have to
Tom
answer questions. Don't answer the questions.
And I'm gonna tell you this, Mrs. Cal, don't be like Jess. Jess wants to be secretive, but she don't mind talking about
I'm
all
not
the
secretive.
topics.
I've been very
Yes,
talkative
I
on
don't-
here. What's secretive?
Believe you me, you're only gonna get what I want to share.
I know that's how it always go.
Yeah,
But-
that's how it's supposed to go, though.
Talking about don't be like Jess.
Look, Kit is loving this. Look at Kit.
I know. Look, all I'm gonna do is we're gonna have conversations, and people always tell me, "Well, I ain't never experienced no trauma." Blah 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 blah. Well, baby, if you've been in relationships and you've been out here, you've been a young lady before, I find that hard to believe. But
If you're still living the talk, you've experienced some type of trauma, whether it's seeing somebody get shot on the street, that's trauma. Whether it was your trauma, it was secondary trauma to you. So
you just said you didn't experience any, so now here we go.
I said if you have
If.
as a child, where if you seen a cat get rolled over, that could be trauma to you. So it depends on what type of trauma. What
I don't like cats.
You're sensitive to animals.
I do. I love cats.
I don't like cats.
I love cats. I love cats. Sure. Can she have tiger? Can she have a tiger on her leg or big rose on her leg and paw prints on her chest?
Those are no-nos. Those are absolute no-nos.
Or a neck tattoo with her initials?
Nope. No neck tattoos. No neck tattoos. If you got a tattoo on your neck, yo.
I love the way that Ash is sitting there so poised right now. She's
I
like,
know, because some of these things definitely touch Ash. Ash like, oh my God, is this what guys really think? Yes, Ash. Yes.
But Ash,
Guys,
I do got something to say to you though. Okay, so you want a dude that has availability, right? Okay. So how much availability do you have to get to a guy?
A decent amount. When I say availability, what I said was they can't only have those business hours because that's a red flag. We saw red flags of people that can only text during the working hours, but after work they can't text no more. I'm talking availability like throughout the day, like outside of that. But yeah, availability. But I also said not too much. Like you can't smother me right off rip because that's a red flag to me. Because why do you have so much time?
Wake up, kid.
Like for me, like I just became a part of your life, and suddenly like you got all the time in the world. Like you always want to be around each other. Like you ain't got no time. That don't work for me.
Okay.
look, Ash, I'm definitely gonna talk to you too. I'm gonna tell you the perfect guy for you to get. Look, red flags and all. All right, I got you. It's simple.
They already were interacting with dudes who were these red flags in order to give, like the guys who they're describing with these. They already gave up the box to these kind of guys. So and they didn't get the outcome that they wanted. So now they're red flags. But I'm telling you,
watch, you can't. Don't speak for me.
You
for
saying they had
Like, don't do
situationships?
that. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Okay, don't speak for me. I deal with a lot of people. I talk to a lot of people. That's what I do for a living. I'm a talker. I talk to people. I'm a counselor. So I hear all types of stories and situations. I done been on dating apps. I done read bios. I talk to a lot of people. So don't say that just because these are on my list, these are things I don't want to deal with. That's how I know I don't want to deal with them. Not because
So you never dealt with any of those things you just listed?
One. No. The whole no car thing. Nope, I haven't done that. Anything on this, I haven't done one thing on that
Which
list.
one was it? Which one was it?
Does it matter? Because it's one.
I'm just for
Don't
conversation's sake.
try to tell me. Tell me the type of men that I've been with. Okay, you can speak from your own experience and what you know. Don't ever speak for me. Okay.
I just find that quite interesting because the funny thing is a lot of the stuff on the list that I listed are things that I required for myself as well. So I didn't really think of it in the way of people who I've dated before in that aspect, just things what I want. Like if I said communication, I'm bringing forth proper communication.
Have you never dealt with a poor communicator though? That's what I'm saying.
We do that with even our family, with work.
So what I'm saying is true. What I'm saying is true.
So I know that people are like that in the world, and someone that I would like for me, I would like them to communicate like how I will communicate.
Absolutely. That doesn't refute what I said though. I just said that
No, what you said was these are the men that they already gave up the box to.
generally speaking, generally most women's red flags are things that they
yourself. Don't speak for me.
I'm just saying general. Well, you said you agreed. You said one of those things was what you dealt with. I'm saying generally speaking. Let me clarify. Generally speaking, a lot of women's red flags are things that they have dealt with and do not want to deal with again. But it's kind of a conundrum because those red flags were able to deal with you in the first place.
Okay.
What was the topic? Red flags in the beginning, in the talking stage when you first meet somebody. In order to meet somebody, you have to communicate. You have to talk to them. Okay, we're not talking about relationships. We're not talking about being with people long term. The topic is red flags in the beginning.
I asked to get clarification on the red flag thing, and it was just off the jump. Yeah, it was off the jump.
But before we started talking, they gave you that clarification.
Yeah.
That was already given. So I don't understand what you're trying to say right now. Because you're talking about, they were able to speak to you. How else do you get to know someone and you get to know their red flags without talking and communicating?
So you never fucked anybody the first night or first engagement?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh man,
his assumptions are wild as fuck. I'm done with this conversation.
That was a question and assumption. That's very crazy.
F-bombs on here.
What? Yeah, you can curse. What are you talking about?
Not F-bombs.
No, we try not to go crazy with the F-bombs.
I apologize.
That's a red
the
flag.
Algorithm one.
That wasn't a question and assumption.
F-bombs are a red flag.
No, come on.
I don't take any of this personal. I just want to clarify. I don't take any of this personal. This is pure fun and engagement. I don't harbor any feelings towards anybody.
Mute that mic, Kiva. What's going on over there?
Listen, I'm sorry.
Her husband came in and the screen went black like, oh,
no,
the mic did. I thought we was about to have a Shannon Sharp situation. I'm like, uh-oh.
Green flag really there.
Come on, Professor.
You know how I like it like that. Yeah.
You got me.
That was funny.
All right, y'all. Check it, y'all. This is a great topic. I am nearing the end of the show because y'all know I usually do 2 hours because I don't want to weary my panel or my audience as well. But I would love to thank everyone who watched the show. Please stay tuned for Tuesday, Grown Women Talking. That's going to be a great episode because we got some new people joining that panel as well. As well. And I might have to bring some of my fair-skinned folk on there as well. So look forward to our Grown Woman Talking show on Tuesday at 9 p.m. Then also my Grown Men Trash Talking. But first, before I go, I would love to thank everyone who became a actual channel member. Let's keep this going. Let's keep this momentum that we got going with each other. These are all, to me, needed conversations because my goal is to have people come together and be married, right? So that's always my goal. So stay tuned for my Meet to Marry show. Also, before I go, I do have a new sponsor, and I'd like to play the commercial for y'all real quick. It is geared towards helping men in the initial phases of dealing with women before they find out they're a father. So, bear with me. Let me find that for you, and let me play this for y'all.
Gentlemen, have you ever been curious if your girlfriend's, fiance, mistress, wife, or side piece body count has extended beyond your measure? If so, then one day out of the blue, you receive a text message saying, "I'm pregnant." What are you going to do? Welcome to MyBabyMama.com, your home to employ measures to eradicate paternity fraud by genetic DNA testing at 7 weeks of her pregnancy. My Baby Mama platform is designed to help men from 18 to 108 determine if they are fathers or the next potential victim of paternity fraud extorted into financial ruin. Subscribe today and start updating your intimate activity on our real-time body count registry. As our crusade endures, more men will petition mybabymama.com as their calendar to intimacy dictates. If she is active, over time her body count will recalibrate. To be a queen, first you have to be a lady.
All right. So, for those of you fellas that want to know more about that website, do me a favor and go check it out. What the biggest things that I appreciate about the website is this. If you are the father, it helps you with funding your first few months of having your child, meaning that they will help you with the diapers that's needed, with just any childcare expenses that come up. So I encourage men to go on that. It helps. As we all know, 30% of men that tested to be, fathers of their children, to find out in a DNA test turned out they were not the father. And that is an outstanding rate of men that believe that they are the father, may have taken care of these children for a very long time just to turn out to not be the father. So with that being said, please go on that website and check it out. He now sponsors this channel as well. So this was a great show with these red flags. Got a little intense, you know what I'm saying? But I would also like to welcome all our new panelists to the show as well, right? We got Misty, we got Watch, and Kiba is new to this show. She was on last week's Tuesday Grown Woman Talking. So stay tuned. We got much more for y'all. But until then, I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.
If it gets too hot, roll the window down. If I fuck things up, just tell me now. We're living in a blinded town, and we're running out of time. Feel like a drug when I'm talking to you. Slow drip, trying to play it cool. Nothing to do, let's drive to the ocean. Get high, lay on the beach. White water running down my feet. Make love and repeat. I don't ever want to stay all night to see the sunrise. 'Cause it's way too soon to be calling me baby. But it feels so right against the moonlight. Deep sea diving head first, don't save me. Is there something I can say? Make you wanna stay with me. Is there something I can say to make you wanna stay with me? Make you wanna stay with me. Is there something I can do to show my love for you? Go